And he gave me a lot of strength, because when I started the Ultimate Hustler, I feel like I was this little kid. I was, I had just come from interning with Wendy Williams, and I was still, I was just still scared of so many things. And I cried so many times on that show, but being around him and having his support helped me become so much stronger and, have a totally different outlook on the industry and who I was. I came in there saying I just wanted to be a personal assistant, and he made me believe that I'm so much more than just that.
Somebody that's coming up, like behind you, that's somebody that wants to follow your footsteps, what kind of advice would you give them?
I always tell them just persistence is key. You just have to keep going at stuff. I mean, we all get knocked down, and we all have bad days, bad weeks, bad months. Not every day. You really have to fake it till you make it, honestly. I mean, even to this day, even the position I'm in, there's still a little faking that has to go along with it. So that's the best thing to do. Fake it till you make it. Be persistent. Never expect someone to just hand you anything. You have to work for everything that you have. Everyone, I've had interns work for me who just said, well, you're in such a great position, so you should just give me something. Well, I didn't get in such a great position because I was just sitting around. Like, there's a story behind me being on GNR Radio. There's a story behind me getting on the internet and having these websites post up my videos. There's a story behind me getting on the Ultimate Hustler. There's a story behind me interning for Wendy Williams.
How did you get linked up with GNR?
It was just a kind of a snowball effect. I think, the Ultimate Hustler happened, and then I started doing internet radio. I had a show called Kitty Radio, and from there, I became friends with someone who was friends with Angel, who's a producer at GNR Radio, and they were looking for a new gossip girl, and they kind of plugged me, and Angel knew me from doing Kitty Radio, and I went up there, and they were supposed to try different girls every Saturday, and then have the listeners decide who was going to stay, and I just stayed. Like, there was
no other girls. I feel that.
There were no other girls, right? Like, I
stole it.
Right, I want Luke's heart over.
Okay, so have you ever dealt with anybody from G-Unit, like in a relationship?
No, not at all. My thing was going in there with them. There were so many people who had so much to say, like, oh, she must have been sucking Google's dick, or this one's dick to get the spot.
I was getting because I have heard things like that, and I was definitely
right. And of course, and you're always going to hear that about any woman who's in a good position. Like, it's always about who she, who did she fuck, or who's dick did she supposed to get in the position that she was in. But my whole thing was, I didn't even know Who Kid before I started doing GNR Radio. I had never met him. Like, my first time meeting him was coming up to the show, and that was my thing. Everybody jokes around up there, and, you'll hear stuff on the air and this, that, and third, or you'll read something on the blog, but it really is strictly business between me and Who Kid. Like, I see Who Kid on Saturday, and that is it. That's it. That's the only time I see anyone from G-Unit so much, unless it's at a party or it's at the radio.
So you're not sucking Who Kid's dick. So guys,
no,
not
at all.
That's what's up.
Who Kid is a married man, and I think that Who Kid is, you would never know he was married, but he is, and I think all the women around him need to respect that. I mean, there's a few out here that don't, and I'm not going to name names because I have too much respect for Who Kid, but I definitely respect his relationship with his wife, and he has kids, and I have my own relationship. So me and
you have your own relationship. Still trying to find out.
I just friends on the radio.
Still trying to figure out who it is, but I think when I find out, I'm gonna ask you. If I figure it out, will you tell me, or is it just gonna still be on speculation?
If you figure it out, I will tell you.
Okay, so tell me, the new year, we just brought in a new year. What were some of your New Year's resolutions?
I didn't really make a resolution this year because I feel like every year I make the same resolution. It's like, oh, I'm going to make sure I go to the gym and I'm going to tone up. And I think I honestly didn't make one. I think because it's the same one every year. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to tone up. You're going to make sure that you keep, knocking down any walls that, come before you. Because it's been, things always are hard with anyone in this industry, and especially this time of year. I just really want to make sure that I don't stay stagnant. I don't get stuck. I went into 2009 saying, I hung out, in the month of December. I just chilled, and I said, well, come January, I'm gonna make sure I start doing my gender pen shit again. You take time for your personal life, but it's time to kick the doors down again.
Oh, that's right. I'm kicking down with you this year. Definitely. Okay.
I see you having your show and everything, and doing all the other shows.
Definitely. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up. Shit. Okay. So when is you have like a temper? I think that you have a little a little sideline temper. So when's the last time you had to curse somebody out?
The other day.
The other day.
Every other day. I told them yesterday. I told you kids to go fuck themselves when they were making fun of me on the show. Every day. Okay. There's not a day that passes.
I'm not mad. Sometimes you gotta let that frustration go. Okay, so I have a segment. It's called Random Questions. I'm gonna ask you a series of random questions. I just want you to answer as fast as you can with whatever comes to your mind. Okay.
Okay.
Black or white?
Black.
Nice. What matters more, size or stroke?
Stroke.
Okay. Definitely. A Lexus or a Benz if you had to choose?
A Benz.
Fill in the blank. The last time I gave him head,
his eyes rolled back in his head.
Okay, Jen got some skills. Nice. All right. So, in the hood, I know you know this. I know you hear the stereotypes and everything. In the hood, there's the stereotype that white girls are like anal queens. Are you an anal queen, Jen, or do you just like the regular hole?
No, not at all. I don't know why people say that's not true. It's totally not true. No.
Okay. So, no, you're not into the anal.
No,
okay.
No.
So the next question is there's this new fad. Everybody's a squirter. Are you a squirter, Jen, or are you regular like me? Because I'm a regular chick.
I haven't mastered it yet. I told that I do have the potential, but I have not mastered it yet.
Okay, so you have the potential. Oh, Jen.
I have the potential.
You heard it here on superstars.com. Jen is a squirter. Okay, Jen. I'm not mad at you. So, okay. Are there any radio wars going on? Like radio diva wars with different chicks? Some of these women are definitely catty. Is anybody that sticks out in your mind right now that you're beefing with?
No. I don't want to beef with any other girls that are doing radio. I think it's a friendly competition, if anything, between a lot of us. Me and Angela Yee were able to come together, and we're on the same station, that's of course, but we were able to come together and do morning coffee together. I don't know, how many people saw that. It was like webisodes, and it was nice. It was really, because me and Angela before that, we didn't meet. We never met, being on the same station, and I really respect Angela's grind so much.
She's doing it.
She really is, and she's someone that I look up to.
Definitely.
And so, it was really nice that we were able to come together and there be no cattiness and do morning coffee together. I went out to her birthday party the other night. I talk with radio chicks that are definitely respectable and definitely doing their thing out here. There are so many girls, and because the internet allows you now, just for any girls or anybody at that fact to get on the internet and say something and have a little bit of fame. Mm-hmm. I can't respect that.
Right.
It definitely takes a skill. It's not. I don't think it's fair that anybody can get out here with a camera, get an interview, and now all of a sudden they're somebody. But that's what the internet does, and at the end of the day, it's still bigger than the internet.
Of course it is, definitely.
It's still bigger than the
It's
internet.
just an aid. I feel like, you have people who are just internet-based, but then you have those people that maybe you were internet-based, but you take it to the next level. Like you said before, it's all about progression and just being persistent. So, for those who are out there on the internet, we're not knocking you. We're just saying, you need to step it up, pretty much.
Right, and it's just kind of because that there's people like myself or Angela or Dee Vasquez who really have been doing this for a minute and it worked hard and have all these other hustles going on, and then you just get some random chick with a camera and she does an interview and it's like, who are you? Where are you from? What have you done? But that's the name of the game, and the internet allows that right now. So big up to whoever is you get in where you fit in. So,
if you could see more of one artist this year, just one, who would it be and why?
More of one artist this year, and who would it be? It would be Mr. Consequence.